shit, I swear. And they know it, they know it, they know it. Niggas ain't shit, I swear. And they know it, they know it, they know it.
Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. My necklace are glistening again. So for today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys basically my story on how I found out I was pregnant, because I did an Instagram like thingy and I asked you guys what pregnancy videos do you want to see. Yesterday was my due date, March 27th. Today is Saturday, March 28th, and I'm still pregnant. So you know what better way to close off these lovely pregnancy videos than to share with you guys how I found out that I was pregnant. So let's get right into it. Basically, I think everybody knows their body to a certain extent. I think everybody knows their body. So how I found out I was pregnant, I kind of knew, because the first thing that changed was my boobs. I always had a flat chest growing up. My friends, you know, when we hit puberty, all of my friends, you know, they had busty boobs, and I was just like nipples and nothing. But as soon as I got pregnant, I missed my period. But the thing is, with my period isn't constant. So missing my period isn't like a big hoo-ha, you know, you're pregnant. But I missed my period, and then I realized that my boobs start to get bigger. But then again, with like periods, like my period, one of the signs that my period is gonna come is that my boobs would normally get bigger. So they'll slightly, you know, get bigger, but it's like my boobs were like double the size of what I know that period boobs would look like, right? So I was like, and like my sister, we live together, and I don't know, we have a sort of relationship that if I'm going to change my top, I'm not going to, oh my god, hide, you know? So I was changing one day and she was like, why your breast them so big? Because all along, even though she's my younger sister, she has bigger boobs than me. So to see my boobs like twice the size of hers, she was like eyeing me like, wacky. But anyways, as I said, I knew that I was pregnant from the boobs, and then just from the way that my body felt. It's like, you just feel different. You know your body, it just felt different. See? So I'm always going to work and I'm always like, guys, I'm pregnant. Guys, I'm pregnant. Guys, I am pregnant. No, I'm serious. I'm pregnant, guys. Like, I'm pregnant. And they would be like, Ishamoy, every day you're pregnant. And I'm like, no, I'm pregnant for real. And somebody would, because the thing is, the reason why they used to say that is because as soon as I gain weight, or as soon as somebody say you look fat, them normally pair it up with pregnancy and say, oh, you're pregnant. But this time I was the one saying, yo, I'm pregnant for real, dog. Like, I'm pregnant. Anyways, so them just get tired of me saying, yo, I'm pregnant. And my cousin was like, take a pregnancy test. It's almost been a month since you missed a period. You know, perfect time to take a pregnancy test. I'm like, no, I don't want to take a pregnancy test. Like, it was the hardest thing for me to take a pregnancy test, because I'm like, I know I'm pregnant. Why we need a pregnancy test? But anyways, my co-workers got annoyed. Basically, they got annoyed to the point where one day, one of my closer male friends on the team, he was like, listen to me. You cannot come inside until you take a pregnancy test. You can't come inside today. And I was like, And then my cousin was like, girl, take a pregnancy test. Take a pregnancy test. Let's just find out now. And I was like, and by this time, I stopped drink. I don't really go out per se, but like even the little outings that I used to do, I cut that down. And you know, I was just already making changes within my life, within myself. So like if I did go out, it would just be like fruit juice. I'm normally a fruit juice fan, but you know, we drink a one beer and a one liquor. But from I felt that way in my body, I was like, no. I didn't tell my friends, like friends that live close to me, that hey, I'm pregnant. But still, I was like, no, let me just do fruit juice or just do water or whatever. But me did always weird, so them not look on that no way. Anyway, so this day at work, them decide say my annoying and I always come and say me pregnant and but just not take the pregnancy test and like they were over me. So that morning I was going to work. I was running late. I wasn't late yet, but I was running late. So if I like stayed back a little longer, I would have been late. And what I did is I ran to the pharmacy first thing. So there are like 3 pharmacies on the way to my job. So I got out of the cab and I stopped at one of the pharmacies and I bought a pregnancy test. And like I was telling the pharmacist that, listen, I'm pregnant. And he was like, listen, it's better to buy 2 pregnancy tests because one can come accidentally positive and one can come accidentally negative. So just to be on the safe side, buy 2. I'm like, sir, I don't need 2. I know I'm pregnant. I only need 1. And I only need 1 because like proof. You see me? So anyways, I got the pregnancy test, the 1 pregnancy test, because I don't know what's me I breed. Like what I need 2 for. But don't know what's me I breed. Zine? So but the pregnancy test, remember me I go work, me late, me almost late. So what I did, there's 3 floors on the building. There's the basement. No, there's the ground floor. We don't call it the basement. There's the ground floor, there's the first floor, and there's the second floor. I work on the second floor, which is the top floor. Zine? Ground floor, you wouldn't really go ground floor unless you go downstairs. So when you come in the building, basically you're just like in the lobby area. So I got in the lobby area and there's bathrooms on every floor. Zine? So I went to the bathroom on like the lobby area. Let's just call it the lobby area. I went to the bathroom on the lobby area and I took the pregnancy test. And you know when you're in a bathroom, especially like if you're on a period or you know you don't know no look business not a style, you cannot take it out quiet. That's nobody in the ear. So there was like probably 2 persons in the bathroom with me. Somebody was there take my own little time and me I hope say like the little something out of the pregnancy test not drop on the ground so nobody can say oh that girl over the style take a pregnancy test. But something did fall, like you know I don't know if I explain it. Was it the tube thingy that you used to take up the pee? That did fall. So if nobody did really watch my style, then what I should say, oh, it's a pregnancy test me in there take. But it fell after I took the test, so never really care. Anyways, so I took the test, I threw everything in the bin. And no, I didn't throw the pregnancy test in the bin. I threw everything else in the bin with the pregnancy test in my bag. Cause remember, me late. Me try reach on the second floor in time for work. So threw the pregnancy test in my bag, jumping at the elevator. Remember, elevator I have to go from lobby area to the first floor to second floor. It's a short ride though. So I'm gonna reach second floor now. It's like, alright, I'm gonna reach second floor. I have to find a locker. I'm still at work. I have to find a locker to put my stuff in. Because if you don't find a locker and your stuff are left unattended, then you can get in trouble. Zine? So I find a locker and I take out my padlock. You have to do all them extra stuff here. I take out my padlock and I was about to close it. And then I remember, oh, the pregnancy test. So I hurriedly like open my bag and like my prips inside and I say, alright, what did the test say? Bro, it was positive as F. And you know, it was like, okay, me know I'm pregnant. This is just a confirmation. But at the same time, when you've taken a pregnancy test before and you're just used to the 1 line and then you finally take a pregnancy test and say 2, it's like this was me. And then I remember like, oh, I have to go to work. So I make a slap back my locker, and then I go inside, me I pull up my system. And then it's just like I couldn't stay inside. I was like, no, Mr. Manager, me have to like I have to go outside. Like me just have to tell somebody. And then I started telling the guys on my team like, listen, me just take the pregnancy test and it positive. And they're like, I don't believe you, cause me not believe you. Me have to see that. I'm like, girl, it's in my bag now. And I just came outside and I called my boyfriend and he didn't pick up. I called him like 3 times. He didn't pick up. I went to the roof of the building and I'm like, bro, then me really pregnant for choo. Like how my family are gonna react? Like, am I going to be a good mom? Like how is my baby's father gonna react? Cause me I start think no baby daddy diaper, how much you want pack a diaper, them weird, them me start thinking, me I say, yo, I can't stay at work, Virgin. I can't stay at work. But then again, if he's not picking up, make sense me go home, because me just all go home and like just mad myself. So I ended up staying at work. But of course, as soon as break time come, my friends were outside like, oh, let me see the pregnancy test because we don't believe you. I took a picture of it and I was on a separate team before. So I sent one of my girlfriends, I'm like, girl, I'm pregnant for real, for real, for real, for real. And she's like, girl, I'm gonna believe you. I have to see it in a person. So at this point, nobody believed me. I had to walk with the pregnancy test in my bag for at least a week to show like different people, like different. I'm a friend. Them, like you have different friends. Like even though they saw the picture, they had to see it in person to believe me. Like, girl, you're pregnant too? Like, really? And yeah, I told my cousin and she was excited. At first I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I know in my heart that I would never get an abortion, but I was like, girl, I can't do it. I cannot do it. And she's like, listen, no matter what the family say, because my family like principle, and my family, just straight up, and them love things the decent. Marriage life, house build up and heal and them something there. Not that that's not good, but it doesn't always happen like that. So I was worried what they would say. I was worried what my mom would say. Surprisingly, I texted my mom, I'm like, what was the exact words that I used? I don't remember. But I was like, don't judge me, and can I have some advice? And she's like I told her, listen, I'm pregnant and I don't know what to do. And she gave me good solid. My mother, from the moment me tell her I'm pregnant, me not say she hugged me and consoled me and say, yes, yeah, breathe, yay. But she's never made me feel like, listen, me do something bad or pregnancy at the end of the world. Yes, there's a lot of stuff that as a mother she wanted me to do before kids, but she's never made me feel like, say, yo, me do something bad. And for that, I just want to say, thank you, mom. You're the best. She's the reason why I do YouTube, by the way. She pushed me to do YouTube. So my mother has always been like I'm a backbone ever since, like, ever. So I really love my mom for that. And then gradually I started telling like my folks and whatever. And it was really when I went in the hospital in December for preterm labor. That's when like the rest of my family started warming up to it, and because everybody was worried. I've never been to the hospital before. I wasn't born at the hospital. I've never been sick that I have to sleep in the hospital. So when I was in the hospital in December and I was admitted, everybody was like, so that's when everybody woke up and they were like, okay, so you're pregnant, it's not the end of the world. So that's basically my story. And I can say that at first I was worried and just like, am I going to have to move out? If I go start pay rent, is my baby daddy going to even want the child? But I know that I should never even have thought that, because he had told me the year before that, listen, he wants a child. And I was like, okay, okay, you want a child, whatever. but I should have listened to him because he really did want a child for you. But yeah, that's basically my story, guys. That's how I found out I was pregnant. And I can say, even though I was worried at first, in December when I realized that I could lose my child when I was in preterm labor, at that point there is no amount of money, there is no amount of love, there is no amount of friends, there's nothing that could have made me feel better than to know that my child was safe. So I can tell you that even a lot of persons DM me, right? Ever since I've spoken about my pregnancy, because I didn't post about it for 6 months. So ever since I've like shared with my followers and my supporters that hey, I'm pregnant, I've been able to help so many persons and talk so many persons through not getting an abortion and like not having their child's father around. Because when I tell us that my journey rough, bridging, like there was a point when me and my child's father, like we just couldn't see eye to eye. So I know what it feels like to feel like, oh, you're gonna have to do this alone, or where am I gonna get the money? I know what it feels like, and I know what it feels like to just want to listen. I don't want a baby, I'm too young, and I just want to live my life. I know exactly what it feels like. So I'm thankful that God put me in like a position to help other girls who are in, a similar predicament as myself. And I just want to say, if you ever get pregnant or anything at all happen to you and you never feel like you're ready for it, just remember that God has a plan for everything. Nothing happens by mistake. God knows everything. Everything happens for a purpose. And I'm so thankful right now. Like, I cannot wait to see my daughter. Listen, if you are thinking of getting an abortion, all I can tell you is just wait until you hear the first heartbeat. That's what I tell most of the persons that DM me. Listen, just wait until you hear that first heartbeat, and trust me, everything else like doesn't, like when you see that little fetus on the screen and then you hear that heartbeat and you're like, oh my gosh, that's my baby. I don't know. It's just a great feeling, and I cannot wait to meet my daughter, who has been due since yesterday, and she's just sitting here, not coming. But I hope by the next video, she will be here. I probably won't be as active as before, but I'm still gonna try to pump out little videos in between. But yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting my journey. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys in a next one. Bye.